Look, it's Navia. She's here.
And her 2 attendants are with her. Goodness, everyone's finally here.
Well, she's dead. I can tell you that much. I didn't see his name.
There sure are a lot of people here to see the trial. And they all seem to be oddly excited about something. I even know some of these people. Karina, Desiree,
Yep, they're all dead.
Joyville, Jolien, Essen. Why are so many people here? And why do I have no recollection of this case? And as for the judge... huh? Where's Monsieur Neuvillette?
Please sit in the defendant's seat. Don't worry, Silver and I shall accompany you.
All right. But are you sure you can stand behind me?
Typically, it wouldn't be allowed, but today is an exception.
Hey, what kind of place do they think this is?
Come on. Do they have any idea what they're doing?
Seriously.
Enough with the whispering! Could someone please tell me where Monsieur Neuvillette is? And why I'm standing trial?
My dear Miss Navia,
Oh, he's
have
dead
you not
too.
yet realized what you've done? In that case, allow me to explain. As all here know, you are Master Callus's successor, the head of the Spina di Rosula, someone held in high regard by every soul in Poisson. After you took over the Spina, you treated all of us just like the late Master Callus had. If anyone in need reached out to you for help, you responded.
Why do you say that like it's a bad thing?
Not only you, but your butler, your subordinates, nearly everyone in the Spina di Rosula fought for the well-being of those in Poisson.
Wait a moment. Aren't you just proving that I'm a good person?
Yes, correct. Absolutely right. And that is why you stand accused. You have helped so many people get through so many difficulties. You are one with us. We are inseparable. We are one big family, all of us who are from Poisson, inextricably linked. And with you being so important, we couldn't possibly do without you. Therefore, this fair and honorable court shall declare you guilty, and you shall stay here. You will be together with us forever.
Huh? What are you saying? Everything you have said is correct. I have indeed done a lot for my hometown, and I would be willing to be with you all, but what is the purpose of having me stand here like this? What is there to discuss?
Ah, well, if that's what you think, then I have no further comments.
How wonderful, Miss Navia!
I know all these people. Why are they laughing?
I seem to remember now. Yes, I get it. This trial is...
Wait just a moment. This isn't right!
Malus?
What was that, Mr. Malus? Our conclusion is very clear and unanimous. Let the court judge her now. She's guilty!
Stay here, Navia! You're one of us!
Demoiselle, don't admit guilt. This trial means to keep you here forever.
I wish to exercise my right to defend Our Lady. Mr. Joinville, you only know of Navia's goodness, but nothing of her utterly independent mind.
She was born a free and independent spirit. She has never been tied down by anything. Indeed, even the death of Master Callus couldn't stop her.
Her actions cannot serve as proof that she identifies herself as part of any group. She merely acted as an individual, extending her hand to help others. Please do not mistake her actions as being otherwise.
Really? As an individual, you say? Don't forget, we are all Fontanians here. This is the nation of justice, the nation of Hydro. Even if Miss Navia only voluntarily rendered her assistance, that doesn't change the fact that her beautiful soul must return to everyone. Water accepts all, blends with all. It will surely accept her kindness.
Why must her soul return to everyone? It belongs to herself, sir.
Everything is measured here in the nation of Hydro. And in the end, everyone shall meld together. Thus, when a unanimous opinion emerges, that opinion represents justice.
No, it depends on the people you're asking, really. If you asked a bunch of criminals or murderers for the answer to a particular question of, like, the value of life or whatever, and they all unanimously agree, that doesn't mean it's justice. It's a skewed, survey.
Now I speak for everyone. Our opinion is consistent. Navia should stay. We and Navia are one.
That's just selfish.
And you would call this justice? Preposterous. You are merely jealous that Demoiselle still has a chance to exist as an individual. Have you forgotten how much you all once longed to become individuals, to become independent?
And what was stopping them?
Do you mean to defy our justice?
If your justice is flawed, then why should we acknowledge it?
As you said, we can also have our own justice. Silver and I shall defend Demoiselle, and that is how we will enforce justice.
Ugh, my head... It hurts.
Demoiselle,
Silver, it hurts. My head is spinning. All I can see is stars swirling in front of me. I remember now. Everything that seemed odd from the very beginning. Karina, Desiree, Joyville, Jolien, Essen.
It won't let me
and
fast
Mr.
forward. I
Giverny
don't need a
and
repeat
Mrs.
of their
Burnett, who we
names.
met earlier. Even Malus and Silver. I don't want to admit it, but they're all dead.
don't be afraid. And don't admit guilt. We will protect you to the very end.
Absurd! Who are you to say that she cannot be judged? We are the majority, and in the nation of trials, the majority is absolute justice. We are the will of all. Don't let them escape! We shall keep Navia here with us!
Mr. Malus and Mr. Silver, must you be so stubborn? How could the two of you possibly hope to stand against the collective? Do not resist. This judgment is fair and just. Navia belongs to us. After all that happened, she should not be left alone in Poisson.
What are you saying?
But she's not alone. There are lots of people still there.
No more excuses!
He says we're jealous. Jealous? How could she possibly be an independent individual?
Okay, I mean, I knew they were oceanids because they're dead. They dissolved into water, so obviously they're all droplets or drops of an oceanid. But I guess I can now understand the group mentality more. I was thinking it more just for the fact of the spirits of the dead and how they would be selfish. But now it makes sense because the oceanids are all of one hive mind. These oceanids, sorry, I should be more specific. And all the people who have died to the primordial water dissolved and become one with the water, i.e. these people here, they're no longer individuals. They are unfortunately all part of a whole. So they would be jealous of somebody who is individual and would seek to bring everyone to be like them, to suffer like them.
What's with these people?
Who's jealous of her?
She belongs to us.
Miss Navia, she... Silence.
Never let us come to rescue Navia.
That's...
But how did she not dissolve though?
Monsieur Neuvillette!
Such commotion is prohibited in the court. The accusations you just presented are nonsense and cannot constitute a proper trial. The court will adjourn for the rest of the day. In this, I shall hear no objections from any unauthorized party.
Our thanks, Monsieur Neuvillette.
Please leave with me, Miss Navia, while there is still time.
But
Go on now, Demoiselle. This is your only chance to leave this place. What, can't bear to leave us behind or something?
Malus.
My apologies. I couldn't resist making one little joke once I realized that this shall be our last goodbye.
At least she got to have a goodbye.
Malus, Silver.
Quickly, you must come now.
Goodbye, Demoiselle.
Farewell.
But how did she not dissolve? That makes no sense. I never let.
No, wait!
That's bright.
Just a second! Navia?
Oh, Navia isn't even physically here.
You're
Yeah,
awake.
there we go.
Good.
How?
I must have been dreaming. Malus and Silver were still alive, and they were defending me at some insane trial.
It looks like you're all right.
Did all the sad feelings cause you to have a nightmare? Paimon could give you a hug.
The ruins you were exploring suffered a cave-in. When I arrived, I found you falling toward the water. You were just about to be dissolved within, but I...
What is it?
I think I saw 2 Oceanids protecting you. It was only for a moment, perhaps even a fraction of a second, but they gave me the chance to retrieve you.
They held her above the water.
Were it not for their intervention, I would not have been able to rescue you before your consciousness dissipated.
Wait, did you say Oceanids? You mean like what happened with Vache?
People that are dissolved become Oceanids. What do you mean? Question mark. We learnt this when we first stepped foot in Fontaine. This is not new knowledge.
Perhaps those 2 Oceanids were the people you saw in your dream.
I always told them that they didn't have to protect me. To think that they'd keep doing so even after death.
Please come with me.
Why did you have a capital P after a comma?
Neverlet, are you okay?
Question. As a sovereign dragon, who obviously doesn't have his full abilities, for obvious reasons, would he dissolve if he touched primordial water? Because he seems to deal with it quite a lot, and I'm a bit concerned about his exposure to it, to be honest.
Oh, I am quite all
I
right.
suppose he's not Fontainian, is he?
Perhaps there's something we could chat about?
I mean, he may be the sovereign dragon of water, but he technically isn't born of Fontaine, right? Right?
Why do you look so stiff all of a sudden? Oh, Paimon knows. You're the type who feels awkward when there's nothing to talk about, right?
What?
I merely thought that we should give Navia some time to herself.
Huh? Why didn't you just say so then? Don't you think it's even more awkward to call us over like this and then have nothing to talk about?
No, it would be more awkward to go, hey, we're just gonna let you stay here and stew in your emotions for a sec.
I suppose so.
I don't agree. Hey, this totally seems like the time and place to bring us up. Sijwin sends her regards.
Ah, Sijwin. I hope all is well with her these days. Her work in the Fortress of Meropide has not been too much for her, has it?
I think she's rather excited by it all.
No way, don't worry. She's doing fine down there. She's an amazing head nurse.
What do you mean head nurse? She's the only nurse.
I see. Well, that is good. I have always worried that Sijwin would need a lot of time to understand the world of humanity, just as I have.
Oh, and the Duke also says hi. Even though Sijwin made him do that. He hopes that you haven't been overwhelmed by all that's happened lately.
Thank you. I have indeed been busy lately, and I also hope that everything is going well in the Fortress of Meropide.
More or less.
He still doesn't know what to talk about. Let's chat about something else then.
You're the expert, Paimon. What should we talk about?
So, Neverlet, you're probably quite the swimmer, huh?
Yes, of course.
This isn't going anywhere. Let's try something else. How did you find these ruins? Did the knave tell you?
Yes, in fact. I had arranged to meet you in Poisson, but when I arrived, I discovered that the Fatui were helping the residents evacuate. They had even transported a large quantity of supplies to the area. Amid my astonishment, I ran into the knave, and we had a chat. She informed me that she had asked you to investigate the ancient ruins here.
Yeah, we originally planned to meet up with you, but we thought you might still be busy with all those official documents. We didn't think exploring the ruins would take very long, and who would have thought you'd wrap things up so quickly?
I hope Navia can get back on her feet. Love is destructive. Okay, continue.
I'm sorry to have kept you all waiting like that. I'm feeling much better now. I guess we should get going again. Will you come with us, Monsieur Neuvillette?
Yes, if you wouldn't mind my company.
All right! Another one joins the party! Let's get going then!
Oh, you don't have a friend. That makes life more difficult. But I will persevere.
Let the mighty be humbled!
I don't speak Hilichel, sir. Sorry, I keep looking for loot, like treasure chests or sparkles of artifacts, but I just don't see anything.
Oh no, another unstable path. Watch your step.
I'll watch it so long as I have the stamina. Better hope I don't fall down, hey? Oh, they are actually caving out from underneath me. Oh dear. Ah, there's debris falling from the ceiling.
Watch out! There are rocks falling over here!
Jesus. Almost missed that.
Seems we're almost at the top. Keep it up!
I need some stamina first, Paimon, otherwise we're gonna die. How are there even Hilichels in here? How'd they get here without breaking the
I
stairs?
see everything.
They're heavier than I am.
Power that ended Haishan!
Is this dude? No, there we go.
Bow your head.
I think
time
my
is beckoning.
ability wasn't working. I don't know what I'm starting, but start. Oh look, it's a D20. Actually, it looks like a D12, but close enough. Is there anything else? Nope. Wish there'd been a puzzle. There wasn't any. There, nothing? Okay. It's this guy again. Statue.
Looks like we've reached the end.
This is the place. There should not be any other hidden spaces in the vicinity.
The path sure had some twists and turns, but it turns out that this place isn't actually that big.
There seems to be something on the wall.
Stone
Farina.
plates. It seems like they were put here as an offering.
That's Farina in the middle. Sorry, I saw Farina on the right.
Can we take them down and have a look?
Sorry, I was looking over here. But this is Farina here. It's floating. Someone is praying and it floats? Her predecessor?
We should just leave them be for now.
Is this the predecessor of Farina?
There are 4 locations in total, but only 3 stone slates. The slate that should be in the first empty spot is missing.
What's not missing is that debris right there.
The surrounding walls also show signs of damage.
There's
Intentional?
something written below. Let Paimon see. Reason dictates that this nation be destroyed. I shall record the history of its future here in its past.
It feels like someone left these slates and these words here for a purpose. But does he mean that Fontaine should be destroyed?
That would fit the circumstances dictated by the prophecy, yes. Indeed, the slate's contents correspond to it. Take the second slate, for example.
There's a person kneeling here. She seems so dedicated. And there's a whole bunch of other people behind her doing the same. She's facing this... what is this? Some kind of island in the sky?
So Farina is sacrificing herself to be able to float the entirety of Fontaine?
And is that Lady Farina in the third image? Did the Hydro Archon fall into the water?
I was thinking it was more like fire, but sure.
And is that a ring of people around her? Paimon doesn't quite get it. Are they all in the water?
The fourth image. I know this one. This exactly matches the content of the prophecy.
She's sitting on a throne on water.
The people will all be dissolved into the waters, and only the Hydro Archon will remain, weeping on her throne.
Yes, they do seem to match. What if the end result, whatever it may be, is that Farina ends up in the primordial water, and then all the Oceanids and everyone in the water leaves her, and she's left in the primordial sea on her throne, weeping because everybody has left her and she is stuck there. I don't know. This seems the more pertinent image. What are you doing? What was that?
More information should be hidden in these slates, but I fear I cannot easily uncover it, most likely due to us missing the first slate. I am very sorry.
I appreciate the attempt.
Don't blame yourself, Monsieur Neuvillette. Deciphering ancient stone slates isn't one of your duties.
Ooh, Paimon's getting the chills just looking at these slates. This says that it's the history of the future, right? That means the prophecy's sure to come true.
I really hope it doesn't mean that.
Still, Paimon feels like these images are kind of weird when you look at them together.
I get what you mean, Paimon. The issue is the order of the third and fourth images,
That's
right?
right! If the images are in chronological order, shouldn't the fourth, the waters drowning Fontaine, come before the third, where the Hydro Archon herself falls into the water?
No, not by my logic.
And yet the order is reversed here.
The second image is also quite concerning. What sin are the people in the images confessing to? They're not. They're praying for hope.
If we go by timing, Lady Farina only emerges in the third image. That means that the person in the second image might be the previous Hydro Archon.
Already said that.
Egeria, then. I had never met her, but her appearance here does match the records. The previous Archon kneeling before the floating island in the skies, as if confessing a sin.
Did she herself commit that sin? And if not, why would she be in such a posture?
Such a posture is not always just for repentance. It could also be begging and desperation, you know. Their multifaceted body language.
Also, I'm still wondering why these ancient stone slates are here at all. Judging from their contents, could this place be the origin of the prophecy? Does that mean that someone, or some people, once saw these slates?
But who would have created these slates and left these words here?
It seems that any further clues will have to come from Farina.
In that case, there's no time to lose. There's nothing else to be gained here, so let's head back first.
Yeah, we better get somewhere safe for now.
How are you going to get out? That was the whole point of Navia following us here. Honestly, who created the slates doesn't matter now. The real question is whether things will truly play out as the prophecy foretells or not. We're just going to fast travel out. That completely negates the whole point of Navia not being able to get out and putting her in danger of the primordial water in the first place. This is a cheap cop-out and I hate it.
let's split up here. I'm going to check on what's happening with the Spina. You know how it is. There's some things you just need to be there for yourself.
You still have energy for that, Navia? Paimon's already beat.
Just head back to the Fluvsandra and have a rest then. Thanks for keeping me company all this time.
I'll depart as well. Thanks for your hard work today. Rest well, everyone.
But I want to go with you to question Farina.
Traveler, I will go talk to Farina tomorrow morning to ask about the stone slates.
Can I be present?
I'm sure that you're concerned about this matter as
Yay!
well. If you have time, drop by my office. I will share the results of our discussion with you.
You're still having the discussion without me. Rip.
Are you really gonna talk to her about this directly? Will that be a problem? Paimon's getting a little scared now that it's come to this.
She has long been harboring secrets and will not give them up easily, which makes it all the more my duty to ensure that she understands the present situation.
Alright, we'll leave it in your hands then. You're probably the best person to talk.
I will be
Sorry.
carefully considering my words tonight.
Traveler, Paimon, our safe house at the Fluvsandra is always open to you as ever. So please don't think you're an imposition. All right. I'll be on my way then.
Don't know that we really solved anything.
We're finally back!
In a sewer system that could also flood.
Welcome back. We've got a special menu prepared for you two tonight.
Yay! And there's good food too! No, the boss is the best.
Do you want to pipe down? Your voice is echoing long. You go.
Ooh, desserts! Nice! These are all Paimon's! Paimon's already starting to forget what happened today.
That is problematic. Hi, Mona.
Oh, that voice. Is that who I think it is?
Yeah, the really loud one.
Huh?
It's you two. What are you doing in Fontaine?
Mona?
Lady Magistus, did the stars not tell you that we might meet here?
Seriously, nobody just uses a scryglass whenever they've got time to just see who they'll meet on the road.
Still, we didn't expect to see you here. Wait, you're not a Fontanian, are you, Mona?
Bloody hope not.
Well, I have some business to attend to
Oh, thank God
here,
for that.
so I booked a hotel in the city. I was just out for a stroll when I bumped into you. Quite unexpectedly, if I might add. Why did you think I was from Fontaine, though? Is that because Magistus doesn't sound much like a Mondstatter surname?
Yeah, let's go with that.
Well, I used to have my own surname, which was, well, some other thing. Either way, the old hag told me when she took me as her disciple that the first step to being a great astrologist's pupil was to change that name. There was nothing for it, really. She really is amazing at astrology, so I changed my name to what it is now according to her wishes. To my surprise, however, Magistus is not the name of some ancient house or clan.
It isn't?
Nope. Although it is used by us in place of surnames, it generally just means great.
Wow! Imagine including a boast in your name. Wait, are you gonna have to put that into your genealogy as well?
I reckon so. In any case, I'd give my disciple a name like this as well, if I were to take one.
And may I ask what your master's name is?
Astromancer Barbeloth Trismegistus.
So she's thrice great?
Whoa, that's a long one. Does it also mean great or something?
My name means Mona the Great Astrologist. As for the old hag, hers is, in plain speech, the thrice as great Scholar of the Stars. Just take it as a title specific to astrologists.
I didn't have a problem with it.
Thrice as great? That's so petty.
I know, right? That's just how she is. She used to call herself Magistus, actually, but when she took me in, she changed her name to Trismegistus.
Talk about excessive.
Magistus is thus the calling card of our school, so to speak, which makes it about the same as a surname. It's all right if you don't get it. You can look into it further should you need to study astrology more deeply.
How about triple strength traveler or triple appetite Paimon?
That sounds terrible!
You're the one who comes up with bad names all the time.
But anyway, you're not Fontanian, are you, Mona?
You're
Well,
done
I
with your
was
dissolving.
born in Mondstadt, yes.
Oof, fine.
My
You're
parents
safe.
migrated to Dorman Port, and
Don't know
I
where that
traveled
is.
with the old hag for a while, after which I settled down in Mondstadt City.
It's okay. The point is you're not going to dissolve, and that's all we care about right this second.
That's a good thing then. At least we know you won't be dissolved by Fontaine's waters.
Speaking of that, I'm sure you're aware that a bunch of things have happened here in Fontaine, right? I know you're not a local, but I'd avoid getting too close to any water that looks strange all the same.
Yeah, about that.
There's something ominous about it. Well, the water, I mean.
I suppose as a non-local you don't know about it. Did you come to Fontaine because of the prophecy, Mona?
That was the main reason, yes. Just a while back, the Steambird invited me to take part in a panel and speak about the circulation of the prophecy as an astrologist. The invitation was sent quite early on. I don't think anyone expected Fontaine to be in this much trouble.
What do you make of that prophecy, Mona? Just tell us what you think as an astrologist. Your word would go a long way to make things more certain and less scary.
What I can tell you is that I'm an astrologist, and that this prophecy concerns the fate of Fontaine, even that of all Tevat. Ascertaining this is akin to reading the fortune of the whole world. I'm afraid that this is not something that just anyone can do. If I could do it, you would no longer call me an astrologist, but a visionary. But on the flip side, the prophecy is so huge and powerful that it must surely come from a powerful visionary. Its contents involve the fate of the world. Disregarding it would be a mistake.
A visionary? Sounds really powerful and all, but does such a person really exist?
Of course. The old hag could do it, and I'd bet there are others amongst those Hexenzirkel colleagues of hers who could do something similar.
I need to ascertain the accuracy of the prophecy. Could you help me get in touch with your master?
Huh? Are you sure?
Are we actually meeting her master? Hell's yeah.
All right, I'll help you. It isn't often that I see you with such a serious look on your face.
Hey, what does that mean?
I'll tell you once I hear back from her.
Thanks, Mona. You're amazing as always.
Oh, well, this is something only I can do after all. So yes, your praises are quite welcome.
That's the greatest of astrologists for you. Of all the people we know, you know the star's the best.
Indeed, indeed. That's the spirit.
Oh, sorry. I came to see what all the commotion was about. If there's anything you need, do not hesitate to inform the Spina di Rosula.
Oh, whoops. Guess we were getting a little too carried away there. Well, I'll go tend to my own business now. If I receive any news, I'll be sure to come find you two again.
Bye, Mona.
And there she goes, quick as rushing water. And here we are with the Spina guy giving us suspicious looks.
Well, we were making a ruckus. Try to keep it down next time, Paimon.
If Paimon hadn't spoken for you, it'd be you getting all the weird looks. Huh. The things Paimon does for you.
Yeah, right.
That's more like it.
I didn't say thank you. After the conversation, you decide to get a good night's sleep to replenish your energy. Stop it.
To be honest, Paimon's still feeling kind of sleepy.
Who actually yawns like that? Honestly.
But it's time to get up, Traveler. We agreed to go see Neuvillette, so let's pack it up and get going.
Gems. Hunters' Prophets. Wait, hunters? Why hunters? It's a weird choice. The girls once wept. Witness the poisson disaster. Navia survives her encounter with the primordial seawater. And then maybe enough it is. Huzzah. One wish. That's all it takes to get a boring book. I'm patently unsurprised.